Hello and welcome to the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It means, well, today it means high emotion radiates overflow. Say that again. High emotion radiates overflow. Ashe. Got that from Rev Melissa. And I'm your host. I'm Sekou Wrights. I'm a professional speaker. Professional speaker. That's not the word I'm looking for. Is it professional? But motivational speaker. A motivational speaker. And yeah, here we are. Here we are. So let me just finish out the introductions. So I'm not a personal trainer, nor am I a financial advisor. So if something I say sparks something, take what I gave you in terms of energy and go find someone to pursue that with. So that's one thing. And number two, shout out to New Thought Media Network for giving me the space and the opportunity to grow in this space, because I've been doing this for 9 months or so, and I've been doing this, having just had a stroke. So I've been working through that since for a while now, and it's some days it's hard, and some days I can't say it's easy, but sometimes it's harder than other days. Anyway, so that's enough of that. That's my intro. Let's get into it. So, a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. And the first is that I did do my run this morning. I did do my run, but as you can tell, my energy level is still low. So I'm going to get to that in a second. But I wanted to talk about something that, who was it? Was it Shay? I think it was Shay that was asking me about should she invest in large stocks or small stocks? That's not the way she phrased the question, but she was asking what to do with thousands of dollars versus what she should do with small stocks. And I answered her in a long way, but I had to really give some thought to why I was doing that. Because I told her in my response that I had been giving my money to S&P 500. The S&P 500 has been getting my money, right? And why now have I started giving my money to Starbucks to stop? And it took me a while to get there. But what happened is that my income level shifted. My income level shifted. And because of that shift in income, that shifted what I could do in terms of investment, right? And so I've been doing the dice brigade, the dice roll challenge, but I haven't been doing it. I haven't been following through and going and move the $6 into my account. And that's because even though it only goes as high as $6, I've been uncomfortable donating $6 or potentially $6 every day into my investments. And so what happened with Shay is, before the stroke, I had a good paying job, right? I had a good paying job. I had a decent paying job. And so I was using that money to invest aggressively into S&P 500, right? But now without a good paying job, without any job, actually, like without any job at all, without any income coming in, I feel less comfortable setting aside $300, $400, $500 for the S&P 500. I'm not sure what the current price is, but I say $400. $400 per share of the S&P 500. So I hadn't realized that, but what I've done is I was just hands off at first. And now I lucked into this Starbucks thing quite by accident. But I found in doing it that way, I found some way to be involved in investing. It's a small way, a very small way, but it's still something. I'm still owning my tomorrow. Because I'm offering a small bit. Doesn't mean there's nothing, right? At least I'm offering a small bit. And so that's what's happening for me. And shout out to Shay for asking me about it, because I wouldn't have thought about it that way if she hadn't. But yeah, that's it. So what I'm doing is finding a very small way to invest in the stock market. So for those of you that don't understand what's happening, let me explain what's happening. I have recently started trading any excursion to Starbucks with a reason to invest in Starbucks. So if I go to Starbucks, I invest in Starbucks. That's it. So if I go to Starbucks, then I take $1 out and I add that. Well, let me think of a better way to put it. So if I go to Starbucks, my bill is, let's say, $6, right? I spend my $6 there, and then I quickly, because I try to do it quick before I forget, I try to take away $1. So my $6 becomes $7, right? And I take that $1 and I spend it on Robinhood. That's an app. And spend that $1 on the stock, on the Starbucks stock. So that has been working out pretty well. And one more thing, the reason I've been buying these expensive coffees, because they're expensive. I just gave you a real price, $6. It's a real price. My drink is about $6. And what I've discovered is that I want to feel like I'm getting some. Yeah, that didn't sound right. Yeah, let me think of another way to put it. Okay, someone, I think it was Fee King, called it a desire to have this sweet drink, right? But that didn't quite gel with me, and I realized it's not about having something to drink; it's about affording something. Yes, affording something. Like if I can just buy a Starbucks, then I'm doing all right. You know, that feeling, I can just get this coffee. I got it. I got it. Cool. And so I think that's been the holdup. Like I've been, because if you've been watching the show, there's a long period of time where I wasn't messing with Starbucks at all. And coffee, not so much. But this has been my way of speaking to that ache of wanting to afford something. Right. So I buy something from Starbucks, and then I immediately tithe. Well, tithe because it's $1. I don't know if I should call it a tithe, but I donate the $1 into Robinhood to Starbucks, to buying Starbucks through Robinhood. Now, just in case you're unfamiliar with Robinhood is It's a financial motivation tool. It's one of those apps on your phone, and they've done lots of really good promos. So you probably heard of them. But anyway, what you get, well, let me not get into that. Let me not get into that. They offer incentives. They offer incentives for signing up. Okay? Well, what they do offer, though, is they offer fractional shares. So Starbucks share, one share of stock, Starbucks, is around 120 bucks. Right? So my $1 is only $1, one piece of that 130, 129, and yet I'm chipping away, and so that eventually I have a share of Starbucks, and it's been interesting because I'm telling you that I just got involved. I've said to the universe that I'm getting involved in Starbucks, and let me get some stock, and let me get some whatever, let me get focused. And wouldn't you know, one of the Starbucks employees gave me this huge speech about the coupon, and I was like, "What?" So I was buying my my coffee, and she mentioned it, and I'm telling you, she went in. She went in. She went in. The other people that worked at Starbucks stopped what they were doing. You know how there's always people with Starbucks and they're always doing different things? No, everybody stopped. Everybody stopped and was just looking at her. And I looked at them, I was like, what? And I looked at her like, what? And she explained the coupon. Like, I don't even want to try to explain what she explained. But suffice it to say, this is what people are doing when they hold their phone up. They're not getting cash back. They're not using Apple Pay or Google Pay. They're using the coupon. And I was like, what? And so, and then I forgot about it after a while. And then before I forget, we gave her a round of applause. Round of applause, really. Like, she finished and people, her employees were like, oh, wow, that's really good. We gave her a round of applause. And so I forgot about it at first, then I remembered it yesterday. And I said, oh, wait, I got this coupon thing, so how do I do this? And she took a coupon, I don't know, from the app itself. Like, I still paid separately, but this app gets scanned. I don't know how it works, but I just know that I am part of the undercurrent of Starbucks now. I'm part of the, it's a part of all the bits and pieces of it, and that, I think, is a true testament to the fact that I've gotten involved now. I've gotten involved. I've said, hey, I'm going to do the Starbucks thing. And so anyway, I just wanted to bring this full circle. What I'm doing is getting involved in the stock market on a very small level. And I want to keep on until I get to one full share of Starbucks stocks, and then I'm going to turn into something else. All right, then I'll turn into something else. I'll turn to see what else happens. But now that I know that I'm trying to fill out what I can afford to fill out in terms of stock right now. Okay. All right, so that took longer than I expected, but I wanted to explain that. Let me see who we got in the chat. Let's see who we got today. Okay. Thanks, Fee, for inviting all these people, all these names. Oh, hey, here's Shay. I was just talking about you. I hope you heard it, Shay. And good morning. Good morning from the mountains of Colorado. Show us the money, Fee King. And let's see, where else are we going? Yes, that was you. Shay. Also wondering about $8K in credit card debt. I bought $50 in this. Oh, you bought $50 in the SPY? Yes. Wait a minute, you bought $50 in SPY. How did you buy $5 Inspire? You must be have you been using Robinhood or Cash App or something that allows you to buy a portion of something. You know, don't forget you asked me about thousands of dollars. So you got $1,000, throw it in there. Throw it in there. Because all right, I'll just do this quickly. Because it for the amount of time you have in, that's when it let me figure out a way to say this. It matures based on when you put it in. So you put it in on Monday, and then let's say, 3 years later is a week, right? Let's just pretend it's a week later, right? It's as much as you put in initially, right? It's as much as you put in initially. So you need for it to be one share. You need for it to be one share. You need to go ahead and buy one share and let it ride up. Let it ride up. All right, that's all I got time for. That's all I got time for. All right, let's see what's up. $6 on it. Tell us about the Starbucks. I'm not sure what Fee King means. Thanks for being transparent. All right, I appreciate that, Fee King. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Tim. And wait a minute. Okay, well, let me see if I can read this. It seems to me, as an outside observer, that you are making a step in shifting your thinking and what's not working and what you can't do to what you can do and making steps forward. Magnificent step in recovery. Ashe. Ashe. Ashe, Linda. Ashe. Yes, and it happened spontaneously. Like Shay asking me about it made me think about it and made me think about what I was doing. But I just did it automatically. Now let me be clear though. It's not automatic. It was not instantly. I didn't just get up and realize I have no income and then start buying lower amounts. No. I was just like, wait a minute. Let me not do anything for a very long time. And now I've decided I can just get $1. I can just get $1. Just get $1. And so that's helping me now. And now that I've realized it, I can breathe again. That at least I got a little bit. At least got a little bit. And Starbucks seems to be a very good stock. And there are so many stocks. Let me just say this. There are so many stocks out there that are inexpensive. Like 129, 130 for a stock is pretty high. But there are stocks that are like $25. There are small stocks, stocks that are not expensive. So I intend, we will see what I say when the time comes, but I think what I'm going to do after I finish getting a full share of Starbucks stock is move it to something even smaller, something that I'm involved with physically out here in the world. Because when you're involved with something physically, you feel more involved, right? You feel more involved. Oh, that's got Starbucks. Oh, let me make sure I put my dollar away. You feel involved, right? Yeah. Okay. By the way, I don't think I've mentioned that. Did I mention the stroke? I don't know if I mentioned the stroke today, but if I haven't, sorry. I've been dealing with the stroke for 9+ months. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Inspiring content. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Fatima. Robinhood. Okay, you were using Robinhood. There we go. You were using Robinhood, Shay. Okay. Yeah, but don't forget, you asked me about thousands of dollars. You got to give it. You got to give it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Check out The Oath of Manifestation by Cheryl Ward. All right, I'll check that out. I checked it out. Okay. All right. So now you understand why I'm not doing the dice roll challenge, because right now it is not feeling to me. It's not driving up my feelings the same way that getting involved physically in the world is getting me involved, like going to Starbucks and then paying Starbucks. That's been helpful. That's been helpful. So hopefully some of you have tried it. I know Fee King has tried it and gotten involved. She's gotten involved. $6. Oh, $6. That's what the $6 was for. So she was saying that $6 on her coffee chart, because what she's doing, which is interesting, is she does not drink Starbucks. Did you hear me? She does not drink Starbucks. She does not fool with Starbucks at all. Not deal with Starbucks at all. Or Dunkin' Donuts. Refuses. But what I talked her into doing, though, is still donating $1 when she does go get coffee, because she gets coffee every day, just about every day, right? And so this time, every time she goes to get coffee, she still tips $1 into Starbucks. $1 into Starbucks, because it's a publicly traded coffee machine company. Like, you know, there are not many. There's Starbucks and there's Dunkin' Donuts. Those are the two that I know that are doing well, right? So she goes and she gets her coffee and then turns around and then still buys a share, buys $1 worth of a share. So you can do it however you want to do it. Like you can do it however you want to do it. If you're sitting here watching the show and you're like, Starbucks, I've never been to Starbucks. Well, listen, you can still donate the money. You can still spend the money on Robinhood, and you can still spend that money on the company, right? Okay. So now I want to get that out the way. I got that out the way. Thanks for everybody who's tuning in. Thanks for the comments. Really, I appreciate the comments, because they've given me more to address and respond to. And look, like I realized what was happening with me because of the questions you asked me. So thank you. All right, so I'm gonna start the girlfriend corner sooner rather than later, because I want to put some time in here. And so let me play this, and then I'm gonna come back, and you know what? I'll play it from the side. I'll just play it from the side now. So this is, in case this is your first time watching the show, a lot of people have been invited. This is my girlfriend. She does these Uber Chronicles, and she's got amazing stories. And this one really stuck me. I've been trying to post this one for a while, but it's been hard for me. It's been hard for me. And so hopefully you'll see why it's been hard for me when you see it. So here we go.
This is Jordan's story. Imagine being in the Navy, going out to dinner with 7 of your friends, walking home from the restaurant, and waking up from a coma that you were in for 3 days. Imagine walking with your friends, having a conversation, and that's the last thing you remember, because you were hit physically from behind by a drunk driver. And this is a story that my passenger Jordan just shared with me. He said he's an engineer. There's so many things. He was so amazing. And apparently, if there's no brain activity after 72 hours, they give, when I say the medical team working on you gives your family member the option of pulling the plug, because if you're not responding, they deem you brain dead. And this is what was happening. They said to his parents, it's almost 72 hours, he's not responding. What would you like to do? This man, within a few hours of that time frame, was able to respond by giving them the bird. And there's so many intricate details, but the gist of it is, I was sharing with Jordan that my boyfriend had a stroke almost 10 months ago, and he said, tell him not to give up. Tell him to keep working, keep practicing, keep moving every single day. He asked me if he had drop foot. Apparently, the Navy has made a documentary based on Jordan's story. I cannot wait to watch this documentary with Sekou. Jordan was just light. He was, I didn't even notice that he had a slight impediment on the left side. Jordan said it took him 6 years to rebuild everything he knew how to do. He said, I had to relearn how to eat, relearn how to talk, relearn how to walk, relearn how to bathe myself, take care of myself, everything he had to relearn. I said, and he said it, but I'm so enthralled by his testimony, and I'm holding on to every word. I said, did you say it took you 6 years? 6 years. It took him 6 years. And today, he looks healthy, fit, active. He has a slight impediment on the left. And he said he's experiencing no pain. And I believe that the reason why I'm driving tonight is because I needed to hear Jordan's story for Sekou and for myself. Like, I needed to hear that. Thank you so much, Uber. This is Jordan's story.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't really have time to go into it, but I hope you can understand why this one affected me so much. And so please drop your comments in the chat. Let me know that you felt it, that you feel what it is about it that made me feel it. I'd love to know. And yeah, I think we're gonna start that story this week. I mean tomorrow. Yeah, and I'll get into it. But yeah, thanks for checking me out. Thanks for checking out the show, Be Your Own Hero show. Thanks for everything, for doing all the things. I appreciate you. And what's my closing line? Let's see. Don't just be a hero, be your own hero. That's important. And now is better than perfect, especially in terms of investing. Ashe. And yeah, and so I'll be talking about the Girlfriend Chronicles tomorrow. All right, and I'll see you later.